of life works just for your good. Today is the 3rd of September 2020, and you are warmly welcome to Hour of Awakening and Empowerment. Time check, it's 5 minutes past 7 p.m. You are live on Apple Radio, Ababopa Radio, and Ethereum Radio. This program is brought to you by Ethereum Mission International, the Center for Spiritual Empowerment. The show has been running for some time. We have had a lot of wonderful souls. Today we are privileged to be joined by Brother Emmanuel Dadson. He comes with a topic, Life is for Living. Life is for Living. You will have the opportunity to call in, ask your questions, or contribute. If you are watching us live on Facebook, you can leave your comments there. You can as well leave your comments on our Skype at 24 Radio. And in due course, we will call our numbers. So you will also have the opportunity to call in and contribute to the program. Without wasting much time, let's link up with Brother Emmanuel Dadson this evening. Hello. Hello, Emmanuel. Hello. This Hour of Awakening and Empowerment. We are trying to link up with the speaker in the person of Brother Emmanuel Dadson. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Good. I can hear you live.
Wow. I miss this, your lovely voice. Where have you been?
Oh, I've been around. And I'm happy
Around
to be
where?
back today. Oh, around Ghana. Experiencing the beautiful weather.
Wow. That's good to hear. How was the anniversary?
Oh, the anniversary was wonderful. We are not over. There are still other programs to come. The climax was in August, so most of the programs were in August, but there are other programs that are also yet to come out. But it's been very good. Cultural Day especially was brilliant. It was very colorful. There was lots of food from different tribes. We had the Akan, we had the Ewe, and we had the Ga, which came up with beautiful programs and food, and it went really well.
Splendid. I was watching on Facebook, but we were having some interruptions, and so I couldn't really follow. I heard Sister Josephine saying they would announce the best performance. I mean, they did all kinds of things, like they're saying the food and some other cultural displays. So which of the groups won, and what was the gift?
Oh, the Ewe class won. So they were crowned they were bestowed the cultural group of Ethereum Mission. So they hold culture in Ethereum Mission. So they are supposed to make sure that culture is uplifted in Ethereum Mission and also in our country and even in Africa. So every 5 years we intend to do this when we are celebrating our anniversary and come up with a new winner. So the next class that wins, the honors also go to them to carry the mantle. So the female was given a cloth, and then the cloth, which represents the cloth of authority, and then the male was given a staff, which represents the staff of leadership.
Phenomenal. Which other group was second? I just want the second. I don't want the last.
So it was just the okay. So the Ga class came second, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, I feel jealous. Anyway, thank you for the information. Over to you as you take us through your topic. Life is for living.
Okay, thank you, and I welcome you all to today's program, the Hour of Awakening, and it's in collaboration with Ethereum Mission. Ethereum Mission is the Church for Spiritual Empowerment, and our vision is that of a unified world in which everyone is a catalyst that is activating and promoting the innate good in one another. Imagine a world where the good in me is inviting the expression of the good in you, and the good in you is equally also inviting the expression of the good in me. This is the world that we here in Ethereum Mission are seeking to create. So we invite you to join us to create such a world where the good in us is constantly being nourished and given free expression in life. So Ethereum Mission in Ghana here can be located at the General Ankara Highway next to the Guel Fuel Station at Sakaman, Accra. And our phone numbers here in Accra is 0264 177 633. 0264 177 633 and 0548 177 633. 0548 177 633. They are also our WhatsApp numbers, so if you send us a message, we would add you to our platform so that you can also enjoy our daily messages. Also, you can join us in our Takrady branch, which is located at the Dave Street in Anaji Estates, and the telephone numbers there are 0561 166 330. I'll take the Takrady number again, 0561 166 330. We are also in Kumasi, and you can fellowship with us at the Deba Court Hotel, at the Deba Court Hotel behind Dr. Badu in Adembra, Kumasi. The phone numbers there is also 0561 166 331. 0561 166 331. You can also worship with us in our UK branch at 58 Corange Park Avenue in Mitcham, Surrey, and the postcode is CR42DG. And the phone number there is 0208 646 129. 0208 646 129. God richly bless you. So as my host has rightly said, today's topic or teaching is entitled Life is for Living. And just as it sounds, life is for living, and that is what it is. Life is for living and not for anything else. So today we are going to try and understand what I mean by life is for living. We are all seeking to continuously express emotions such as peace, joy, happiness, and all the positive emotions that we can think of. Everybody wishes to live totally in happiness, yet the opposite is rather true. Everything, or almost everything that we do, is meant to lead us to experience happiness. We go to school so that we could graduate, get a good job, make some money so we can buy and experience the things that would make us happy or the things that we like. So almost everything that we do in life is leading us towards the expression and the experience of happiness. Yet, unfortunately, it is not so. And through this journey of happiness, we rather tend to experience emotions such as sorrow, sadness, loss, disappointment. We get disappointment when we lose a job. We feel disappointed when we lose friends. We also feel disappointed when people don't act in the way and manner that we expect them to act. We feel disappointed through all these things. And we are drowning ourselves in these negative emotions and allowing it to sink us deeper and deeper into more negative emotions and a feeling of negative vibrations. And this leaves us disappointed and unappreciative of the glory or wonderment of life. And life is truly, truly wonderful. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we shouldn't experience these emotions. Yes, we all want to feel happy majority of the time or all of the time. We all want to feel joyful. We all want to feel positive emotions all of the time. But we tend to experience more of the negative emotions than the positive emotions. And what I'm saying here is it's not wrong for us to experience these negative emotions, but what we are talking about today is not allowing these negative emotions to run our lives. So there's a story of an accountant who married a caterer, and in his quest to support his wife's business, he gave her an opportunity to cater for a big program. And the wife, okay, took advantage of this opportunity, went there and did her thing. But the wife had a temper. She easily got angry. So during the program, something happened and she flared up and started throwing tantrums. So the man or her husband was very disappointed, very ashamed of what had happened. So through that, he didn't introduce her to any other programs. Now, 20 years later, this man has grown to become a very successful businessman, and the wife is still struggling with her business because of her temper. So, this is a clear example of how you are allowing your negative attitudes or negative emotions or negative expressions to run your life. We don't, like I said, we don't need to stay in these negative emotions. Yes, everybody gets angry sometimes. Everybody feels sad. We all feel sorrow. We all feel some form of negative emotion sometimes. But what we are talking about here is not for you to allow these negative emotions to run your life and control things. You need to learn to push forward and allow positive emotions to rather be your guide. Now, you write an exam, you fail your exam. Instead of you to pick yourself up and rewrite the exam so that you can continue your schooling or continue with life, you drown yourself in sorrow and feel so bad about yourself that you don't continue, you don't rewrite your exam. And if you are not able to finish school, which means that you don't also get a good job because you don't have the right qualifications to get you the job that will bring you the kind of income that might be able to sustain you and your family. So, because of your disappointment, because of your feeling of shame, because of your feeling of sadness, because of out of a result of you failing your exam, you chose not to continue to rewrite the exam and allow that feeling to keep you back. So that is what I'm talking about, that we don't have to allow these negative emotions to run our lives. It is okay to feel them, but don't allow them to run your life. And nevertheless, there are also things in life that we can't control. And these things are also okay. And when they happen, it's not for us to also stay in it and let it keep us stagnant. For instance, properties. You build a property, you can easily lose the property. Fire falls into the property, and what can you do about it? It's life, it happens. You invest your money in a bank or with an investment firm, and in no time, the bank collapses. You lose your money due to the market crashing or bankruptcy. Anything can happen, and some of these things are not our doing, and we have no control over. But nevertheless, besides all these seemingly negative happenings that are happening beyond our control, life is still being life. So we also need to follow in life's footsteps. We go to bed at night when the sky is dark and everything seems so still. We wake up the following morning to a beautiful sunny sky, and everything suddenly seems so bright and alive. So it is also that regardless of whatever darkness that we are experiencing in our life, you should surely know that the light or your morning will surely come. So keep your focus on your morning and not stay in the darkness. If life was to stay in the darkness, we would never experience the morning. So in that same way, when your dark days of sorrow, of sadness, of negativity comes, know that your morning will surely come. Your morning of happiness, of aliveness, of excitement, of enthusiasm will surely come. So it is not for you to stay in the darkness, but for you to keep faith and know that the morning shall surely come. The morning shall surely come. We also need to know that you are deserving of life. You are deserving of life. Many of us feel that we don't deserve life, we don't deserve the good things of life, and life is not for us to live. And so we drown ourselves in sorrow and in sadness, and we are not allowing ourselves to experience the beautiful things. But my brother, my sister, you are equally deserving of life, just as the earth is deserving of the warmth of the sun. And so the sun gives us its warmth or its rays, and the earth freely embraces it because the earth feels deserving of the warmth of the sun. In that same light, the plants in the soil are also deserving of the minerals in the soil. Nobody goes to tell the plant, take this amount and leave the rest. The plant takes what they need and make good use of it because they know that they are deserving of it. So are you also deserving of every glory and every beauty that comes your way. There are so many people who don't feel so deserving, such that when goodness or good things are coming their way, they turn their backs to it because they feel that they are not deserving. They get an opportunity to work in a big place, but because they don't feel deserving of it, they allow it to pass them by. People give you money, people give you gifts, people give you presents, but you don't feel deserving of these gifts. Even if you accept it and you don't feel deserving of it, you won't get the full benefit of this. And you won't get life repeatedly giving you things that you deserve. But life is always giving. And you need to understand that you are also deserving of this good glory and this goodness that is coming to you. And that is what would allow you to use it purposefully and fruitfully for you to be able to experience a fulfilling life. So be alive in yourself and live, and know that life is for living. And to be able to live, you should understand that you are deserving. Life is for living in the sense that you are supposed to live constantly in the positives of life. When you drown yourself in sorrow, in sadness, and in the negativity, what living is that? How do you feel when you are sad? How do you feel when you are disappointed? How do you feel when you are harboring all those negative emotions in you? You don't feel alive. You feel lost. You feel scattered. You feel dead. But when you are feeling the emotions of joy, peace, love, and harmony, you are alive. You are excited. You are enthusiastic about life. And so that is the place that we have to constantly find ourselves. To be able to stay in love, in peace, in joy, and in harmony. That is when we know that we are living. So we need to constantly find a way to stay in love, in peace, in joy, and in harmony. And know that you are also important in life. There are so many people who feel that they are not important to life and nobody cares about them. Life doesn't matter to them. All the good things are happening to other people and are not happening to them because they are not important in life. That is not living. You have to constantly feel important in life because you are truly important in life. The air that is not used by the trees rises to the sky as vapor. Life doesn't throw the rest of the air that has not been used away and consider it unimportant. It also rises to the sky as vapor. And so the fact that you are not living the life that the next person is living doesn't mean that you are not important to life. Life has its purpose for you. Even the dogs have a purpose. Every single thing in life has its purpose. How much more you? So you need to feel that you are also important to life and there is a purpose for you. We are constantly flushing away the waste from our bodies. But this same waste is also used as manure for the soil to grow our crops. So everything in life has its place and has its purpose. So do you also have your place and your purpose in life. You should also know that there are checks and balances in life. And at certain points in time, life checks and balances itself. Now, in the thick forest, where there are tall trees that serve as canopy for the forest, it is believed that only 2% of sunlight reaches the surface of the forest. So from time to time, trees fall and give way for sunlight to touch the surface of the earth. So you see, life has a way of checking itself. Although the trees are there serving its purpose, it doesn't allow adequate sunlight to touch the surface of the earth for the crops beneath it to also grow. So from time to time, trees will fall, giving way for sunlight to touch the surface of the earth for it to grow. So it is also in our lives that from time to time, life also rearranges itself and allows us to check and balance ourselves. So in the times where you are feeling sorrow, you are feeling sadness, you are feeling pain, it is not the time for you to stay in that sorrow, in that sadness, and in that pain. It's the time for you to know that life is checking and balancing itself, and know that sooner or later, as your tree of sorrow falls, the light of happiness and joy will surely shine in your life. You see, we have to go out in life and do the best that we can, knowing that all things work for our good. Step out in life, do the best that you can. And when you have done the best that you can and gotten to a place where you feel that this is the best I can do and there is nothing more I can do, it is for you to surrender to life, knowing that it is time for life to also do its best self. Currently, we are running the third mystical truth. Now, we have the three mystical truths talks about the truths of nature. And the third mystical truth says that I am not here. Sacred life is here, glorifying itself as me. At that time where you have done your best self, where nothing else seems to be working, that is the time for you to remind yourself that you are not here. Sacred life is here, glorifying itself as you. And surrender and allow sacred life to live its best life through you in that moment. When you continue to drown yourself in the sorrow, it blocks the flow of your goodness from flowing through you. So you need to, at that moment, not drown yourself in the sorrow, but to assure yourself, knowing that life is constantly living and that you didn't bring yourself here. Sacred life is here, glorifying itself as you. So surrender to life and allow life to be its best self in and as you. life also realigns itself from time to time. There are volcanoes erupt, and as destructive as it may be, they form new lands. It is a form of life realigning itself. Waves in the ocean can sometimes rise to a massive high, and sometimes they capsize boats and ships. And as damaging as it may be, it's also a way of life realigning itself because the waves allow air to go to the bottom of the sea so that the life forms under the sea can also have some air. So this is life realigning itself to accommodate life. And so we also need to learn that in certain times, we also need to align ourselves. When you've done your best and you've got to the point where there is nothing more that you can give, you need to also learn to realign yourself. For instance, maybe you've been looking for a job. Now you've got a good job. Things seems to be going okay financially for you. It's time for you to realign other areas of your life. Why not also take a look at your psychological life? If in a day you think 2 negative thoughts and 1 positive thought, why not try to realign yourself to rather think 2 positive thoughts and 1 negative thought? Because we should constantly be working on ourselves to be the best that we can. And to think more positive thoughts is more beneficial to you than the negative thoughts. And once you are able to realign yourself to think 2 positive thoughts, the negative thoughts would actually feel like this environment is not favorable for me. It is too clean and too pure for me. And then you would have succeeded in building your psychological life. So just as life checks itself and realigns itself, we also should know that from time to time, life is constantly checking and realigning itself. And when we are going through such periods, it's not for us to drown ourselves in sorrow, but for us to know that life takes care of itself. And in the opportune time, life would live its best self through us. And with this, talking about time, I'd also like to mention that there is a time and a season for everything. So in the times and in the season where you are experiencing your negative feelings, it's not for you to feel that all is lost and for you to stay in that negative feeling. Nature in itself obeys time. It is interesting how penguins, at a particular time in the season, all penguins come ashore to breed. How the penguins know that at this particular time we have to come ashore is a mystery. But then it clearly shows that nature respects time. And so you should also know that at the right opportune time, your life will come ashore to breed. Your goodness will definitely come ashore to breed, just like the penguins do. So when you are experiencing certain experiences in life that you find uncomfortable, it is not for you to label those experiences and drown yourself in them, but it's for you to assure yourself that at the right opportune time, the glory that you are meant to experience will surely come to you. It is for you to be steadfast in the truth and in the knowing that life takes care of itself. And as life is for living, I am meant to live even in this situation. Because we are here not to experience just one form of experience. We experience myriad of experience as we go on in life. And these experiences is what haunts our spirit to the level of goodness that we want our lives to be. And so we need to constantly know that as life goes on and as things happen, we are moving towards a glorious end. And so when we meet these seemingly negative experiences, we shouldn't allow them to stop us from living. For life is for the living. Life is for living. And so we need to constantly live our lives positively and in the best way we know how. So, yes, we experience all these things in life, But there is one place that we can go, that we have full control over to experience all the best that we can experience. Mystics over the years have used this to experience their best lives ever. Our leader and founder, Brother Ishmael Tete, calls this place your control room. In the book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill also talks about this place, which he calls visualization. I choose to call it our inner world. This is the only place where you can go to experience the best life that you can without any interruptions. But the interesting thing is that the more you experience this life, that the best life that you can in this inner world or in this control room or in this visualization state, you are equally going to experience it in your outer world. This inner world I'm talking about is your own mind. When you go into the depths of your mind to visualize and experience the life that you choose to live, somehow, some way, life works with it for you to also experience it in your physical life. I know people who tell me that they think certain thoughts, and I'm sure some of my listeners have also experienced this, that you think certain thoughts and somehow, some way you experience them. Science proves it, that the thoughts that we harbor in our minds, we are bound to experience it in our lives. And so why not go into this inner world to experience the beauty and joy that you want to experience, and allow life to do its work also to bring it into your physical experience. Because sometimes we feel dead and we feel stagnant, that there is nothing more we can do because we've done our best selves. We've done the best that we can do. And we feel that we are stagnant and there is nothing more that we can do. But it is not for you to stay in that place, or it's not for you to drown yourself in that negativity, but it is for you to live your best life yet. And in living your best life in that moment is you surrendering and knowing that life is yet to live its best life through you. And so you surrender to life because you've done the best that you can do. There's nothing more you can do, and you should be honest to yourself. There are people who say they have done the best they can do, but then there is still more that can be done. They are denying the best because they don't want to do or take certain steps. So they deny and tell themselves that they've done the best. But you need to be true to yourself. It is your life. So be true to yourself. When you've pushed yourself further and further and know that I am at the limits of my life, that is the time for you to surrender unto life and allow life to live its best life through you. And in that moment is also the moment for you to go into your inner world to live that best life that you wish to live. Because if at that moment, when you stay in the negativity, you are bound to experience that negativity in your life. And that is not what you want, or that is not what even life wants for you. So surrender and go into the closet of your mind and visualize and experience this goodness that you seek to experience, and allow life to bring it into your outer experiences. And how do you feel, or what are the goodness that comes out of this? You feel alive. You are constantly happy with life. You are content with life because anything that happens, you know that it is happening for your own glory, and know that good will definitely come out of this. And so you are constantly alive and constantly happy and constantly joyful. And you are constantly living. You become confident because you know that life is working for your own higher glory, and that even the seemingly wrong situations or the seemingly negative situations that come your way is life going through its own checks and balances to realign things for you to experience your glory. You also feel supported because you know that you are not alone. Life supports you. And you are also divinely guided because now you are open to life. You are surrendering to life to lead the way. So you are divinely guided into what steps to take to experience this life. And so, beloved, life is for living and not for the dead, or not for dying emotions, because emotions such as hatred, jealousy, anger leave you spiritually dead. But when you are alive and when you are living, you are joyful, you are happy, you are enthusiastic about life. So allow yourself to live, because life is for living. And as long as you are living, you have to live life the best way that you can. And this, I leave you with your state of your inner worlds. And all you do is to close your eyes, relax yourself, be in a meditative state, and visualize the best life that you want to live. When all is said and done, when all is right for you, when everything is perfect, what is the best life that you choose to live? You can run through your spiritual, social, psychological, physical, and financial lives. So, what is the best life that you can live in your spiritual life? What is the best life that you can live in your social life? What is the best life you can live in your physical life and in your financial life? Allow yourself to experience this in its fullness and experience it with your senses also. See this life for yourself in your mind's eye. Feel it, smell it, taste it for yourself. And once you can experience it fully with your senses, believe you me, that life would bring these inner experiences into your outer world. We allow the outer experiences too much to detect how our lives should go. But that is not how it should be. It should rather come from our inner to our outer. Because before everything manifests, it comes from a no place to a known place. So before you can manifest something into your life, it should come from the no place, which is your inner world, into your outer world. So, beloved, life is for living. Allow yourself to live and don't be spiritually dead. There is a lot of glory and beauty happening around us. Partake in this glory and beauty, and don't allow yourself to be drowned in sorrow and sadness. Yes, sorrow and sadness would come your way, but it is the living who don't allow sorrow and sadness to keep them stagnant. It is the living who allow sorrow and sadness to serve as a springboard to move them into living their best lives yet. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I was making a lot of notes. That was really great. If you're in the US, you can call us and contribute. 00131 563 64063. 00131 563 64063. If you're in the UK, 020 8144 8180. 020-8144-8180. If you're outside of the UK, 004402 08144 8180. 00440 08144 8180. And our brother is ever ready to answer your question. You can as well send your contribution live, Facebook Live. You can send your contributions there. You can as well send it to our 5 at 24 radio. Either of these ways, your questions would be answered. Beautiful. So personally, I wrote a lot of things from your sermon. I mean, it's really great. You are also important in life. This topic is very interesting. It's very deep. It's elevating, you know. Most of the times we get down because of happenings. So it is very good for us to know that we also matter in life. We are also important in life. We have some questions from our listeners. So Emmanuel, your namesake, when he heard you were coming on the show, he also decided to join. So Emmanuel is asking that Is it easy to go into your inner world? Is it easy? Because he gets distracted or he gets distractions when he goes into his inner world.
Okay. So just like everything else, it takes practice and it takes time. Yes, it's true, you get distracted, but it takes time. After constant practice, you would definitely be able to go into your inner world with less or even no distractions. So find a group or an organization such as Ethereum Mission that can take you through certain meditative practices to help you to strengthen your practice. Here in Ethereum Mission, every morning before church starts at 8:30, we have a meditation session. We have so many meditative tools that we use. So every Sunday, we go through a meditative session. So you should start learning to practice. Now, you can start practicing by just focusing on your breath. The breath is one very powerful thing that we take for granted a lot. So you can just sit comfortably, back straight but not too rigid, your feet firmly on the ground, your palms on your lap. Make sure you are comfortable and relaxed. And just feel relaxed. Relax your cheek muscles, your neck, your stomach, and just focus on your breath. The mind will definitely sway and get distracted, but don't fight it. Just notice that, oh, you've swayed from what you are doing, and slowly bring your mind back to your breath. It is a way of also practicing to stay still in meditation. But as I said, it takes time and it takes practice. The people here in Ethereum Mission have been doing this for several years. So you see us doing it and it seems very simple, but it takes practice and you will definitely begin to enjoy your inner worlds.
Awesome. Have you heard of cockroach meditation in Ethereum Mission? The leader and founder says, don't do cockroach meditation.
Exactly. A cockroach meditation is what my brother is talking about, that he gets distracted. Yes. And I'm glad that you are being honest with yourself that you get distracted. So don't do cockroach meditation. Learn to still the mind. And it takes practice, and with time you would warm up into it.
Beautiful. So Gloria from the UK, she says, what is life? And what is this life all about?
What is life? Life is what you are seeing around you. Life is what we are living. Life is everything that is happening around you. You are life. I am life. The air we breathe is life. The soil on the ground is life. Everything is life. And what is this life about? We are here to evolve and promote life. If you take a look around, everything is evolving, everything is growing. The trees grow and they promote life because their fruits serve as nourishment for us. The insects feed from the plants, and in feeding from the plants, they pollinate the plants. So the plants are supporting the insects, the insects are supporting the plants. So that is all that life is about. We are struggling and trying to find all means of living life and doing all sorts of things. We are only here to grow ourselves and to support one another. That's all that we are here to do.
Awesome. So Emmanuel comes back to say, thanks for the wisdom and the teaching. And thanks for awakening me to know that even waste can be turned into a manure. Thank you. So that's just a thumbs up from Emmanuel. Okay. So we have Enoch from Ghana. He says, what is God's time? What is God's time?
What is God's time?
Yes.
My brother, you and I don't know God's time. God's time is God's time. When it happens, it happens. You just have to hold the faith and know that God's time will surely come, and it will surely come. Just as the darkness comes in the night, the light will surely also come in the morning. So regardless of what you are going through, know that God's time will surely come. It is different for everybody. So don't think that you started on the same road with one person and his time for his glory has come and he's shining. Doesn't mean that your time won't come. So God's time is God's time. You just need to keep the faith and it will come. A friend told me this once, that his mother told him that life is like a lighthouse tower. So you see how the lighthouse, the light keeps flipping round and round and round. And we are all standing around this tower. At a particular point in time, the light flashes on you. That is when your glory, or that is when God's time or your glory is shining on you. And sometimes you see some people expressing so much glory. It's just a little flick of light that is allowing them to express that so many glory. You are also standing at the lighthouse, and surely, surely, surely the light would also flash on you. The fact that it hasn't got to you doesn't mean that it won't come. So you and I don't know when God's time is. God's time is God's time. All we need to do is to keep the faith. That is what keeps the line or the flow of our glory to us. Because once you begin to feel all these negative emotions of sorrow, sadness, disappointment, you block that flow. And so you don't experience that flow, and then you feel that God's light is not shining on you. But you are blocking that flow from that negative emotions that you are feeling. That is why I'm here today to tell you that life is for living. And you need to live and constantly stay in the feeling of joy and hope. And know that at all times, surely, surely your glory would come.
Surely, surely your glory will come. Does this glory come for each and every one on earth? Does it come for each and every one? Or sometimes you have to exit and come back later to experience this glory? That's
Why will
from
life bring you?
Mary.
Okay. That's from who?
Mary. She didn't put the country, but that's
Okay,
for Mary. Yeah.
that's fine. But why would life bring you here on this earth? For you to come and experience sorrow all throughout, just so you can exit to go and experience the glory, or for your time to come after you've exit. Then why did life should have kept you where you are to experience that glory? So everyone's glory will surely come somehow, some way. And like I said, if you are stopping that flow of the glory with your negative thoughts and emotions, and you are not experiencing your glory, don't think that your glory is not coming. It's for you to also partake and do your part by doing the best that you can and surrendering the rest onto life, for life to express your glory to you. And not for you to, after you've done your best, sometimes people don't even do their best and they drown themselves in the sorrow and the negativity and don't allow the flow of their glory to come to them. Your glory will surely come to you if you also play your part by doing your best and surrendering unto life to live its best self through you, because you are a part of life. So we speak of life as if life is there and we are here. We are a part of life. And life is always living its best glory in its best self. Look at the trees, look at nature. Everything is experiencing life's glory. The trees grow and bear fruits, and you see the plants, and you are amazed, and you are happy with the colors and all the wonderments that we see in life. It's life living its best life or its best self through nature. And as you are also a part of life, if you go with the flow of life, if you are in harmony with life, life would also surely live its best life through you.
Phenomenal. So this is to me. I would like to know what motivated you for this wonderful topic.
Well, I was thinking about what I could come and talk about here, and many thoughts came to my mind. All of a sudden, I could hear, let me say that I was also going through some emotional distress. And I began to ask myself that this is not living, going through this emotional distress. Because, yes, we all experience this, but I don't want to experience this for long. I want to live. And to live is to experience the goodness of life. And so, as I was thinking of a topic, I decided to also come and share with the listeners, our listeners, that life is for living and not for you to stay in sorrow and distress. So it also came from my sorrow and distress that I was feeling. And because I'm very resilient, I quickly motivated myself and told myself that I am here to live. And so I shall live the best life ever. And so it was through that I put this sermon or this teaching together.
That's awesome. Great. Beautiful. Because this, I mean, it speaks volumes. I wrote a lot of things from the sermon. I could share some with you. You said you must constantly work on yourself. Everything in life has its purpose. Step up in life and do the best you can. You are also important in life,
Yes,
and you shouldn't allow negative emotions to run your life. That's really
exactly.
beautiful. And I'm
Exactly.
sure most
Yes.
people are awakened, they
And
are
I'm,
motivated. Yes, I'm listening.
and I'm glad you've put these points down because there are a lot of things I said, but you've picked these particular points because they speak to you. So it's for you to go back to meditate on it and allow life to speak further to you through the points that you've listed. Because in everything that you see and hear in life, it's life speaking to you and pushing you towards a certain direction. So you have put these points down. Somebody else will put different points down. It's for you to meditate on it and allow life to speak to you through these points you've put down to teach you or to let you know which next best self is supposed to come out of you through this teaching.
Thank you.
Maybe you might also a whole sermon from what you experience.
Yes, I can. And with my background, I really love topics like this. It's really elevating. I mean, you can even use
Yes,
it for therapy. And I love Ethereum Mission for practical teaching. That's awesome.
yes,
So since we are still in the anniversary mode or anniversary year, 45th anniversary, yes. How long have you been an Ethereum and what is keeping you in Ethereum mission? And the last one, what is the best teaching or what is the most significant teaching in Ethereum mission that has impacted your life?
wow, this is a very big question. I've been in Ethereum mission for more than 10 years. I'll say 15 years to be exact. I've been in Ethereum mission for 15 years. What is keeping me in Ethereum mission? Um, Growing up, there was always something missing from the sermons that I was hearing from church. I was forced to go to church by my parents, and there was always something missing. I had a whole lot of questions. So after secondary school, I stopped going to church. But then I started listening to Brother Ishmael on TV. I first heard of him on TV. And I felt there was something that this man was saying that was different from every other thing that I have heard. And when I came here, all the questions that I was seeking were answered. So I went nowhere else. I don't like church. Growing up, I never liked church. But I started coming to church here because I could hear the things that I wanted to hear. I have to travel a long distance to come here. There are so many churches around me. And sometimes my family even wonder why I come all the way here. But I hear what I want to hear. And what I want to hear is the fact that God is God for everybody. I love the teaching of oneness. We are all one people. There is no segregation. Why Christians? Why Muslims? Why? Yes, different religions, but we are all serving the same God. So why do we separate and fight amongst each other? I love harmony. And so I love things that come together, things that brings people together, thinking that brings thoughts, systems that bring people together. So that is what is keeping me. If I want to talk about what is keeping me here, I think I'll go on and on and on because there are so many things here that are so beautiful that still keeps me here. But the little is what I've given to you now.
Great. And the teaching that has impacted your life.
Wow, the teaching that has impacted my life, I'll say, is cosmic emergence. That we emerged from life. Because all through life, we feel that we are separate from life. We are separate from God is here and we are here. God is the man in the sky, that big bearded man in the sky, and we are the humans here on earth living life. And so we live our lives feeling that we are separate from what life is or what God is. But the teaching of cosmic emergence tells us that we also emerge from life, just as the wave has emerged from the ocean, just as the ray of the sun has emerged from the sun, we have also emerged from life. This fills you up to know that you are a part of life. What life is, you are. All the goodness that you see life to be, all the goodness that you see God to be, you are that goodness. And I love that teaching so much. It empowers you, it gives you strength, it gives you confidence to live your best life.
Yes, I also enjoyed that teaching. I watched live. It was really great, and I took certain things and I use them for therapy. Yes, I mean it really helps. Especially those who are depressed, who are feeling useless, or it really elevates them. Thank you very much once again. It has been a pleasure having you on the show. We have learned a lot. Personally, I have about 6 points that I have personally learned from your teaching, and I'm certain our listeners and viewers on Facebook have done the same. Are we having you on Tuesday?
Most likely.
Okay. Okay. So we'll be looking forward to
Are we
have
also
you. Sorry?
are you also are you also hosting us on Tuesday?
If only you will come, why not? I will.
Okay. Then I'll definitely be here. If you'll be here, I'll also be here.
Great. Thank you. Please, could you give us the direction of Ethereum mission, the location, so we draw the curtain?
Yes, Ethereum Mission, the Church for Spiritual Empowerment, can be located in Ghana. Our head office is at the General Ankara Highway next to the Goil Fuel Station at Sakaman, Accra. And the phone number here is 0264 177 633. 0264 177 633 and 0548 177 633. They are also our WhatsApp lines. And if you send us a message, we can add you to our platforms. Also in Takrady, we are located at the Dave Street in Anaji Estates, and the phone number there is 0561 166 330. You can also join us at our Kumasi branch at the Deba Court Hotel behind Dr. Badu in Adembra, Kumasi, and the phone number there is 0561 166 331. Also in the UK, you can find us at 58 Orange Park Avenue in Mitcham, Surrey. The postcode is CR42DG. And the phone number there is 0208 646 129. God richly bless you.
God bless you. So let me acknowledge some of our viewers on Facebook, those who joined us. So we have Blameless, Archangel Trinity, and John Boy. We appreciate you for joining us on Facebook. Keep joining us. Thank you. Emmanuel, bye-bye.
Bye.
Legendary beats.
The Church for Spiritual Empowerment welcomes you into the hour of awakening and empowerment with Brother Dr. Ishmael Tete. Be open and discover the radical truths that will set you free this and every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Ghanaian time or 19 hours GMT. Awaken the spiritual giant in you and gain the ability to handle your life and succeed in your life goals. Join the interactive Hour of Awakening and Empowerment with Brother Dr. Ishmael Tete for spiritual lessons to unleash your innate potentials. You will have the opportunity to ask questions which will help you grow spiritually. Remember, this program comes up every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Ghanaian time or 19 hours GMT right here on A24 Radio. Make a date with us.
Adobe Shodomu, Adipa Shodomu,